we out here and let's go in because we are talking about blackberries today. Now, blackberries are doing so well, I guess. So anyways, look, I had to harass myself to come out here because I was like, you said you were going to do a video about the blackberry once it starts flowering a lot. I'm saying blackberry in the singular, but this blackberry bush runs, okay? Like, I have this is like 4 blackberry bushes. It's just a blackberry, I don't know, just a mini blackberry forest. So I'm gonna let y'all see. Yes. So I got this halfway training through this, I think it's a blood good maple. It's so pretty. So that's kind of a nice combo. You got these pink flowers, this dark red tree. So I just kind of was thinking it would be a great idea to just let it, but keep it bigger, because that gives me more of these lateral branches to get blackberries from, right? Because apparently these are the branches where the flowering and fruiting happens. So I was like, well, if I let them get taller, then I can have like more of them, right? But the thing about that is that this particular blackberry, which is a thornless type, I did not plant this. This was here, like my mom planted this. So I'm not sure of what type of blackberry it is, but if y'all can find it, the blackberries are delicious. It basically grows itself after you let it settle in, and it spreads so you can have more and more blackberries every year. And I feel like I've been working on soil improvement or whatever, chopping and dropping, adding mulch and such. And I actually got some of the suckers or whatever off of this plant, or the new plants or whatever, the ones that spread, by just pulling them out of the ground, because I've been trying not to do any digging, trying the no dig method. So doing the least amount of soil disturbance as possible. So yeah, that was not possible before I started doing all of this mulching and stuff, because I had to dig these things out. They were fighting to stay in the ground. So this one has lost its petals, so that means I should be getting some fruit. That means some bee or whatever came by and impregnated it. Or wait, these things are self fruitful. But at the same time, they still attract bees. But I feel like the bees have not been here and as busy as they were last spring. So I feel like that does not bode well for the productivity of this. You see, like, this is a whole, like, a blackberry jungle by itself, right? Ooh, I hope I'm not talking too fast. I definitely had 2 cups of matcha today, so I'm gonna be real extra hype. Please don't sting me. Look, he's so little. Can you see him? Oof, see my hand shaking. That's too much caffeine. Okay, so I guess it is attracting some bees. See, when it was smaller, you just couldn't even, I don't even remember seeing all these flowers before. Like, it just came out here in the spring and turned around, and then there were some blackberries. But this time I get to see the whole show. Yeah, so the way these work is that you're supposed to, okay, so let me explain it in a way that makes sense. You have to prune off the branches or the stems that fruit, right? Because once a stem fruits, it's not going to fruit again. This only bears in the spring, supposedly, right? And that's all I've ever seen fruit on it, is in the spring. So it's not a problem I came with the other where it bears on the canes from last year. So I pruned this some last year, and then I did allow it to be bigger, and I allowed it to spread. But I did experiment with different sizes to see which was going to be like the best way to get the most amount of blackberries. So there are some that are, this one is a little smaller, and it's right next to this pomegranate tree, which I'm trying to wait till this pomegranate tree is bigger, and I hope it's still alive. It was leafing out, but then we had another cold snap. Anyway, so I can use this pomegranate tree to train the blackberry through it like I am with the Japanese maple. The thing about that is that ooh, sorry, I'm about to choke to death. The Japanese maple doesn't fruit, so, and it has like a very hard solid wood, so I feel like it's a better tree for trying something that's going to be as heavy and big as this blackberry into. But I mean, every day is a new experiment. Like, I'm always trying different things out here. And I see my vetch is kind of coming in, and those are just weeds and sadness down there. I'm hoping the cuttings I started over here decide they want to survive, because that would be a blessing. Okay, a blessing. I want my, because I started some more food type food producing cuttings over here. So this is the blackberry. Whew. It is, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this is beautiful and all, but I'm gonna see how it performs, with producing at this size, because it's ginormous. So like, what I was trying to do, there's supposed to be another tree over there, but it decided they want to make it. So with that tree there, this blackberry would have been flowing. You see how it's bending over? Would have been bending over into that other tree to create an archway, right? Because I did landscaping stuff before I started growing actual food and food foresting. So I just kind of try to incorporate some of those landscaping concepts into my plotting once I get it together. So I was like, how can I make this blackberry, so I like it big. It's, I don't know, it's so wild and free, as you can see. So it's like, how can I make the best use of that, get the most fruit, but also, keep it off the ground? Because there is a tomato cage kind of holding this giant one together underneath here. Oops, let me try to get under there so you can see it. Okay, so there's a tomato cage down here that's holding it together. So I'm trying to phase that out while also keeping it more upright. So I like this larger size. And plus, with this size, I have so much more material I can prune off and then propagate for more bushes, or chop and drop just for like soil nutrition to feed my little wormies and build up more soil. So I don't know, there's no tree right there for now. Might try, well, not this tree, this is the bonfire, because it's so small, so I would need something a little bit taller to go over here, because like this Japanese maple is gonna be up to like 15-ish feet or something, so it should be nice and big, and I can drape some of the blackberries directly into that, and then they'll be hanging kind of out where I can just pick them off, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I'll keep you updated on that little mini situation. And it's about time to separate and yank some of these suckers, because these things are aggressive. Okay, you see how big these already are? Like, these are from this year, and there's some little ones over here, and somehow these things are already flowering, which is suspicious, and they're just creating like a ground cover of blackberries. And unless I truly and honestly want an entire blackberry forest, I got to come over here and do hopefully some pulling. I don't want to do any digging, because like I said, try not to disturb the soil too much. But at the same time, if I don't do something, this will just be a blackberry thicket of craziness. So we'll see about that. And be sure to like and subscribe and come talk to me in the comments so we can nerd out about plants and stuff, and you can keep up with updates, because I'm trying to do as many updates as possible while everything's out here looking luscious. So I'll see y'all next time on Home to Jungle.